Hello and welcome back. I wonder, what are your values? Are they aligned with people around you? Do you have the same values as other people that you need to spend time with? The values are the things that you believe are important in the way you live and in the way you work. So if you have people around you that their values are totally different from yours, it can make you quite unhappy, because sometimes you have to adjust your values to fit in with other people. But I think that is a reason why people can't feel fulfilled in their jobs, in their relationships, or with family members, because it's so totally different. Your values and your moral standards should be something you can practice every day and be proud of, because in that way you can feel so much better. Keeping in touch with your values, that's a lifelong exercise, because we always meet people who had other moral standards, and in some way I think people are so obsessed with the fact that they want to fit in with other people, that they're adjusting their moral standards and values to do that. Is it worth the price when you never can feel totally happiness with these people? Do you need to find people who are more aligned with you, what you believe in, what is important to you in your everyday life? If you meet one person and you know you're not going to see this person tomorrow, or maybe never ever, it doesn't matter. But I am talking about the people that you have to spend time with every day, maybe at work, maybe family members, maybe friends that you uncritically let become your friends because you just needed a friend at that point. But we changed all the time. And if we want to feel more aligned with people around us, maybe we need to spend some time, be a little bit critical about the people we connect to. Not be just all over the place and, oh my gosh, I need some friends. And then let everyone into your life. And then after you see that they have some values that you don't want to fit in with, because they are so different from what you believe in and what is important to you. Sometimes that you need to spend some time with people You can go out for a dinner. You can take a cup of coffee and just talk to them. And sometimes ask them questions and know that the answer they give you is important to you. Find out what is the most important thing for you. Is it the way people behave? Because if you spend time with a person and you think, oh my gosh, this is a nice person, and then the other day you see them writing something, a comment on social media, do they confirm the impression you had the day before? Or is that a total different person? Because sometimes I don't think people are mindful of what they are writing on social media. What impression they let other people have of them. Because sometimes when you have the screen between you and the people you are commenting on, and you realize that person is totally different from the person I had the dinner or the coffee with the day before. Do you think that is a person that will stay aligned with your values? Or do they act totally different from you? I think it is important to be more aware of that. Because if we can live our lives and be proud of the things we do, we are more happy. If you think, oh my God, that was a good thing, I will do more of that. You are nice to other people. And of course you expect that in return. But you are not aligned with people who talk in a bad language back to you, hold you down, and more or less let you know that you are not good enough. I will always be better. If you tell me a story, I can make sure I have a better one. I'm always better than everyone else. And I'm not sure you will be satisfied with the connection you made with that person. I understand that we should give and not always expect to get something back. But if you are the giving person and never the receiving person, it doesn't make you happy. So make sure when you connect to people, make sure they have your values, more or less. Because that brings you happiness. It makes you more comfortable when you have someone you need to talk to. You know, this is a person I can turn to. Hey, I have something I want to discuss with you. But if you say something like that to a person who is not aligned with you, maybe they say, oh my gosh, don't talk to me about that. I'm not interested. If you can't tell me some good news, or if you have a problem, don't come to me. You see what I mean? That the people we are surrounded by, we get affected about how they practice their values, if you know what I mean. Because we need to be proud of who we am. It's important. Because if you spend time with people who are aligned with you, you are automatically more happy. But if you need to spend hour by hour, maybe day by day, with people that you feel you are on a total different planet from, maybe you were not grown up at the Earth, maybe at the moon, you just popped into Earth for a while, but still, in the moment you are on Earth, you need to spend time who have more or less the same values as you have. I think social media, to take that as an example, it sometimes brings out the worst in people. Because you can never know what the people writing, maybe an article or whatever it is, you cannot totally know what they meant by everything. And sometimes something in that article triggers you. And just in that moment, you get angry and you write some bad things. But you know, on social media, they will stay there. People will read them over and over again. And if someone that respects you, look up to you, reads that comment, do you think they think more or less of you? Just as an example. I think values are very important. If you want respect, you need to give respect. And what kind of persons do we give respect? Are we judgmental in some way? Do we think that some groups are less valuable than others? Maybe you need to think about that. Just a couple of seconds. What kind of people do you think you are better than? As I said, to keeping in touch with your values, that's a lifelong exercise. And sometimes you have to look in the mirror to see, what do I need to adjust with my values? What kind of values did I have maybe 10 years ago that I don't have anymore? Because I adjusted to the people around me to fit in. Was it worth it? Do I need to do some exercise to find back to my old values? The things that I know is very important for me, but on the way they slipped away. Sometimes I think it's important to take one step back It's not like everything was better before. I don't think so. But I think some changes that we have made by the years is not values that we are very proud of. Maybe we need to take a step back and bring back some of the values that was important before. The respect, being nice to others, to lift other people's day. I think that is important. Does it make any sense? I just talk about the things that is important to me. Maybe it can give someone else to think about, how do we treat each other? How can we be more nice to each other? And what is important values in your life? Are they aligned with my values? Something to think about. What? Stay in touch with your values. That is my advice for the day. Like and subscribe if it means anything to you. And I wish you a lovely day. Bye.